Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the second game of the evening. And we have First Order returning, but a very sort of different build to what we had in game one. And we are playing against some scum in a double fire spray list. So head to the table and say hello to the guys. 2 seconds.
One of the covers, but it's not been like verified or anything. But I don't care.
Hey guys, right, so you are now live on Twitch. So actually I need to sort your names out, that was not right. But yeah, welcome. And so we have I think, is it Nicolas Red Player?
Yes, absolutely.
Welcome. So we've got some nice First Order from yourself. First Order seem to be quite popular at the moment.
Yep.
So I think we had Malorus and 3 silencers in the first game. And
yep.
Yeah, double fire spray from Conor.
The only thing he ever flies.
I was going to say that, but I was being nice.
Who has first player?
He does.
I am.
Fantastic. Tick that. Cool. Yeah, so you guys can basically crack on with setup if you want. And then, like I say, when you're ready to go, just tab the middle of the table and we'll start the timer.
Winner.
Yeah, we're just down in the commentary voice chat room if you've got any rules questions or anything.
Cool.
Right. See you in a bit, guys. Best of luck.
After you, Mr. Drummle.
Okie dokie. So, just wait for Ben to join. And then he can go through the lists. Hello.
Hiya.
So, do you want to just go through the list? I'm just going to mute myself and grab myself a drink.
You'll have to wait because it's not loaded up on mine yet, so I can't actually see them.
Alright, let me get the Facebook post done quickly. Yeah, so definitely First Order are proving very popular. I think they were quite popular at Mustafar GSP events at the weekend.
I can see it now if you want to get a drink, mate.
Cool, alright, I'll be back shortly.
I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so we've got Hollow. I'm assuming Proud Tradition. Yep, Proud Tradition. And we've got Tina, which is when another friendly ship performs an attack. If you're at range 0 to 1 of the defender, you may suffer 1 critical damage, and the attacker changes 1 result to a crit. Oh, it's just any result. And then it's just 3. Are they all the same? Oh no, they're different. So it's 3 Zeta Squadron survivors. 2 of them have got the Special Forces Gunner. And 1 of them's got the automated target priority that was in the last game. Tina's got the same one, actually. It seems to be quite a popular card, automated. I guess it's cool. Not a big fan myself. It's a bit lame if you're against a swarm and kill everything, and then have to keep shooting the dead ship. And then Connor's got Bobber and Eamon. Oh, a nice alt art Bobber. You can tell he flies Bobber a lot. And Bobber's got Maul, Proton Bombs, and Slave 1. And then Emond Azamine is the one who can drop bombs with a 3. And he's got Concussion Bombs, the Andrasta title, and Seismic Charges. So the Andrasta title lets you reload. And he's got some fancy target locks as well. I'm not sure what they're from. Maybe it's his squadron's logo.
Yeah, I'm back. So it's the Tauntaun Squadron target locks.
Is that his squadron? Or...
Yeah, I think so. So, cool. Yeah, I saw them on GSP stream at the weekend. So I just said that I did see them and thought they were quite nice, and pinched them obviously.
They are nice.
So we look like we are streaming, and I need to just check the overlay.
Hello, I'm here.
Hi, Rich. How's it going, mate?
Yeah, I'm alright. I'm not playing, I can't be bothered. So do you fancy a second voice or third voice on commentary?
Yeah, jump on, man.
Yeah.
What's the room?
I will send it to you in a message before we say it out loud and suddenly 100 people turn up. 2 secs.
Yeah, it's nice. I took a picture of one from the other night, the room, because it made me laugh. What was it called? It was dead childish. Sex Wing. It was like top of the page as well. Because my grown up, I took a picture. We got Mr.
Got my
Cormac
Herald of
Higgins.
Hope today. It's lovely.
Stop rubbing it in. I didn't order mine in time, like a stupid man. Then I just got an email telling me it'd be due to pick up in January.
I wouldn't worry about it. You're not going to get a chance to use it.
Well, I mean, this is it. It's like I've not pre-ordered mine, and I'm thinking about it.
Looks like they're going to start now.
Yeah.
It's very ready.
Yeah, so I've not pre-ordered mine, but start or not start? Come on. Yeah. But yeah, the way I look at it is, I'm not going to be playing in person for 3 to 4 months anyway, so I can probably wait. Well, I mean, I could play at the club, and we allow proxying anyway, so it's not like it's mega important.
I know, but I want them.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
place your order then.
I did, just very late.
Be interesting to see some Thai brutes in action, because that's the one thing we've not really seen at all.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a fancy move. K-turn with Emond.
Well, you know what's going to happen then.
Yeah.
I present to you and that's a concussion bomb, isn't it? Next turn potentially. So those flimsy TIE fighters will not want to be taking a concussion bomb, as we saw when Colm dropped a load on those TIE SFs last week. You missed game one, Rich. We had TIE silencers, and one of them took 3 concussion bombs in one turn.
I caught bits of it. I caught the very start and the very end, and I've played a few games against those HMP gunships, and they don't look like much, but when you've got 4 of them just loaded up, they can't die fast enough, and it's impossible to dodge their arcs, and they shoot after you, so you've spent all your tokens trying to take them off the board, and then they just push damage through, and they're constantly rerolling everything. They're brutal.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. He took a panic pilot and 2 weapons failures.
Yeah, on one of his silencers, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a sad time. So, I'm assuming that the TIEs just turn away.
Well, you have to. You have to assume a concussion bomb's coming here, because he's not going to drop a seismic charge. He could double bluff him and not drop anything, but he's going to drop.
I don't know what it gets you, like not doing it.
Has
then, also, I suppose after, because he's moving after, he can decide whether or not he wants to just carry on dropping them. Because if he reloads,
well, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, because like he'll drop one, and then does he get the reload action for the title?
Yeah.
So yeah, you drop one, and if they turn away, you just reload, don't you?
Yeah, it's nasty. I also when we watch.
He can 3 straight it, can't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
I mean, actually, maybe the TIE fighters have to 5 forward here.
He can 3 hard it as well.
Yeah. But no, I imagine you just do a 3 straight, and most TIE fighters will probably end up taking it, unless they do. Don't know how many of them can do hard ones. Maybe hard 1 barrel roll left, sort of backwards. This could be interesting. You can tell Connor's also played this list quite a bit.
Yeah. I mean, he can self-bump yellow and green, can't he? And then he can hard turn the red and black, whatever they are, to the left, and as you say, barrel roll back and be safe from whatever. And then whatever he does with hollow is interesting.
Yeah, because TIE SFs have got 1 forward, so the yellow and green can self bump.
They've all got hard ones, haven't they? I think the SF is red, but
yeah.
they can still do it. And you pretty, if you hard one, they're not in a bad place.
There we go. Yeah, concussion bomb.
Did he chuck it as 3? He did.
Yeah.
It's so good, that. What's he got
And then-
on him? And concussions and trust and seismics.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's barrel rolling. That's okay.
What's the pilot ability of TN3465?
It's when you're at range 0 to 1 of a ship that a friendly ship is attacking, you may suffer a crit, and if you do, the attacker adds a crit to their roll.
Changes one to a crit rather than adding
Yeah,
one.
same thing. It's worse because I read it at the start of the game.
You say I don't know the rules. Yeah, changing and adding, they're the same
It's
thing, aren't
fine.
they?
It's perfectly legal.
think,
I'll allow it.
I think Nicholas might have regretted moving yellow first here because he could have done a barrel roll with green to the left and possibly got away from that bomb, but hollow.
Oh dear.
Or hollow.
Those bombs are filth.
The problem is though that it's such a dark monochrome template. It's very hard to pick up, especially on this map. So I'm just zooming in. I think if I was a betting man, I think red, green, and hollow are all going to be taken one.
Definitely red and green.
Yellow.
Reds.
Yellow on the diagonal is close, but probably just out. I think red definitely is.
I mean, I when I'm using concussion bombs or playing against some of those concussion bombs, I just drop a different bomb template.
Yeah.
That's a concussion. Now I'll put down one that you can actually see.
See, I quite like the purple mat that I use for the streams because it contrasts the.
All
red's
of them.
just out. I think. Was red just?
No,
No, there was a line,
all of
wasn't
them.
Yeah, it was a line, wasn't there? So he'll either have to expose these cards or take a strain on these ships. So probably
I'm assuming he's taking a strain.
I think you have to.
Yeah.
So I know he reloaded with Emon, but do you fancy him doing a 3 hard concussion drop this time? Or is that going to leave it up next to that rock?
Or even just a 3 straight, because if Hollow comes straight forwards, he's dead.
Yeah. I think he's gonna bug Hollow out. He's gonna just one hard him this turn. Get back behind the ties. A bit of safety.
I mean, actually, I've just thought, because I just said to Ben, I was thinking about taking my A-Wings to Coruscant, but actually, if there's concussion bombs around, I don't think I will, because that's half of Hollow's hull now gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't. No way. No chance. Get Republic R2D2 just to kick them off the board.
So yeah, first turn, no engagement, but 3 damage cards dealt. Pretty good.
I think Bob is just going to come smashing in this turn. Bob is just such a monster in hyperspace, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's horrible.
I think I would have really liked if he cycled him out, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, like having played Magic and other sort of gaming systems, I think I would have liked to have seen that a bit more with hyperspace. Rotating the sort of what's in each time we get a points update.
Maybe they're waiting for the new fire spray to come out because it's a really good looking ship.
Yeah,
it's quite an iconic ship. But then if we have Django in, we still have the ship there, and you've got Boba Fett in that ship as well. Because I feel like they're trying to keep like the big characters relevant in it because it is what draws you in, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when you first started playing 1.0, I don't know about you, but when I started, like, I wanted to fly the X-Wing because Luke flies an X-Wing, and then when I started playing it, it was a bit rubbish. You know, at least he's a viable ship in this edition.
So yeah, it looks like we got another concussion bomb. So thoughts and prayers for Hollow here, whatever maneuver he's dialed in.
There's no way he's turning up to that.
If not, we might have to jump into the Discord voice chat and just, Nicholas might be sobbing, I guess. I mean, yeah, you've got to assume he's just disengaging, but you never know. So, that is what X-Wing, isn't it? It's the whole bluff, double bluff.
Yeah.
I notice Red's turrets pointed to the rear.
Yeah.
Not sure if that's a mistake or not. We shall see shortly. Yep, so Emon's just chugging away, not caring about much else. Is he reloading again? Yep.
Yeah. I do find it strange. I've seen quite a few people have been using Emond instead of
Yeah, he should be fine there. Do a
barrel
barrel roll.
roll for free. When Koshka still seems like a better. I suppose it's for the Nantex in there, I guess.
Hmm.
But they're not really. If we haven't seen him much in hyperspace,
He's got
have we?
he's got a big bid here. He's what, 188?
Yeah, just is he better than Koshka? Boost out, it's fine.
Yeah. Don't think he can go to the right though, can he? Not sure if it'll fit. No. Yeah, so I think he was just giving up a shot, unfortunately. But might have been half tempted to see if the bank to the left fitted instead, and just do what Bobber does.
Don't know. He's going to give him a bad choice though next, isn't he? Is he going to go all in onto Emond, or is he going to hope that Bobber doesn't turn in behind him?
We all know how this horror movie ends. Bobber does a hard one there, doesn't he? Well, actually, he dials in a hard one, and he slaves whichever way he likes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So if some of the TIE fighters go to the left, they don't really care. Okay, so we're gonna get a few shots into Emon.
Eamon's going to drop a seismic on that big rock.
Yeah. Nattied out of it.
So he does get a calculate with automated target priority here. So if the attack misses, he can basically put a calculate onto that card, and then when he engages in a future turn, he can withdraw that on. Oh, blank out. One shield.
Probably wanted to go that to go through.
Yeah, possibly.
Oh, it's got Bobber.
Yeah, I thought it would. But Bobber's going to have what? Range 3, obstructed, and a reroll.
Yeah, but
And force.
yeah.
Although, what's that? 3?
Yeah, 3.
Oh, it's a crit and 2. Crit and 2
Yeah,
hits.
3.
Well.
Oh,
well.
Bobber. That's what my Bobber does.
Don't worry, it's the only damage Bob.
Oh, and the TIE FO's got an unobstructed range 3 shot. Why is he rolled? Oh no, it's an SF, sorry. The green one's an SF. So it's 2 hits.
He's considering taking the crit.
Oh!
Yeah, Tina done a thing.
Oh, reroll. Oh, is that a shield? The one last shield?
Yeah, shield's gone on.
So yeah, so that was TN3465.
You've got to think that
It's just there to take
Yes.
damage.
a red's taking a shield.
See, with that early damage into Bobber, it makes him have to play Bobber a lot more defensively.
Yeah. You can't risk eating the 4 dice shots from the TIE SFs, can he?
No.
Well, not with that ability. Just keep putting crits onto that TIE FO.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that's good, Makes it a bit more of a game, because, Bobber against some TIE fighters can just roll around and just make have sort of fun with them.
Yeah, the TIE SFs are position because they can just melt with only the 2 greens, but they're very threatening when they catch you in that front arc. So it's going to be interesting to see. So I've got Twitch on my second monitor and looking at the game in TTS on the main monitor. So it's kind of weird looking at the different angle.
And the slight delay.
It's ever so slight, yeah.
You humble bragging. I've got 2 monitors. Well, I'm sat in the kitchen.
I've just bought it, to be honest.
I'll say I've got 2 monitors.
I didn't hear any of that.
I've been working from home for. Well, I've been working from home for 7 months now off a laptop screen, and I was just like, I'm just going to spend some money, and I got a bonus from work, so I was like, I'm going to spend some of it on not a tiny screen for 12 hours a day. I spend playing.
Yeah, we're just losing the audio a little bit there with Rich and Ben. I'm not sure if it's. Mine's looking okay. So it looks like the players are just about set their dials. Looks like we have got the seismic charge coming off Emon here, so that's going to slap into that. Oh no, sorry, Bobber. So what's that?
Proton.
Proton bomb, isn't it? So no seismic charge, just the proton bomb. Which might have been interesting actually to drop both of them.
Depends where the other fire spray is going, I guess.
Yeah.
Curiosity.
I guess this is what the other seismic charge might have been useful for, because that would have had to make them possibly take damage if they stayed or go to the right.
I love that the 2 fire sprays have got the different titles, paint job, which is cool.
Green SF is looking a little bit brave there. Emon, however, is facing broadside to 3 of them. It's like iron up a boost action. And got opted for the straight boost there, which I don't think is going to give him many options.
Think about the next turn.
No, absolutely. But I think obviously he's. We'll see. So Hollow is in range of Bobber at the moment. Takes a target lock, takes a strain, I think that is, and focus.
Yep.
If Bobber does the hard turn towards Hollow this turn, Hollow could be rolling maybe 2 green dice, depending how close Bobber gets.
Now, Hollow will throw that strain onto one of the TIE fighters that's not being shot at.
Of course, I forget his ability. Bobber is not playing those games and is turned away. So
he'll probably pass his focus token over then. Because he's not getting shot, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if they took Bobber out of hyperspace, it's probably quite a balanced meta there, really.
I don't know, there's a lot of stuff in hyperspace that needs to be looked at. So the high agility swarms, like the one you played, Ben, for a while.
Oh,
with the Ion 6 and the Tractor 6 and the Fangs.
The thing is with that, though, you're very much living on your green dice variants, though.
Yeah.
Like, I've lost games from just having a little bit of bad dice.
Well, Emon has got range 1 into the TIFO. Looks like
Oh,
two,
natty out.
yeah, 3 hits.
3
and a crit.
hits and a crit. He spent his evade.
But that is
Take
still
a crit, though.
well, hit crit. No,
Yeah.
it is hit crit.
Yeah.
And what's the crit?
I don't know, he's moving it. Weapons failure. No, it doesn't care about that.
No, but he's on 1 hull, so if he uses his ability, he will kill himself.
That's what he's there to do.
So he gets a calculate with the automated target priority. On hit. Now, if you had multiple ships, could they keep putting crits on him after he dies?
Yeah. As long as it's the right initiative.
Yeah. They didn't hit, put the calculate back on. So.
Do you not remember the System Open? It was one of the Quinn's lads, I can't remember who it was flying all the strikers with Ruthless. And he just, when one were had nearly dead, he'd just Ruthless it to death and use every single one of them. And just put more and more damage on it anyway, because it doesn't matter.
Oh, 2 and a crit.
Yeah, it was Josh Wood was flying that, wasn't he?
That's, yeah.
Another
Yeah.
shield. I think we just got, is it green into Bobber? I don't think that shot's been taken yet.
No. To Boba Fett. Just 2.
Oh,
Ooh, he takes another 1.
this Bobber is a bit broken, I think. He's not.
I was wondering what he was spending his how he turned that, because he'd spent his force on attack, didn't he? Or did he not?
He's got a focus token on him.
Yeah, he's got a focus token on the base.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he's just changed it and said, "I'll get rid of it."
Yeah, I didn't see it. It was behind his wing.
Yeah. So I'm assuming Bobber will probably drop the prox mine again. Proton bomb just to stop too fast a maneuver coming in. What's the green on there? Green's on near enough full health. It's got 1 damage card.
I am a bit confused why Red left his turret facing backwards that turn.
He's left it that way all game. I'm also unsure what it's about. And he went to pick up 3 dice on his shot earlier, and then realised. So I don't know. Maybe he's just forgot to rotate it again. I mean, I'm assuming that all them ships will turn away this turn because Emon's. Well, I don't know where they go. It depends because he's going to drop one of them bombs, isn't he?
Yeah.
Whatever ones it is.
I think he's going to drop 3 harder concussion into the middle of them. Or maybe even just 1 straight out the back of concussion.
I can say I think he's going to 1 straight because that's the best place they could be. And now they're going to have to turn away. I guess yellow could hard 1. I know they can't barrel roll though. Then they do that. Yeah, I'm unsure what you'd do here. Bomb dropping fire spray.
It's nice the way that he can just drop a concussion and then cruise away, reload, just threatening. I mean, he's losing a shot every turn, but he doesn't really care, does he?
No.
Yeah, we have got the concussion bomb. We're going out on a hard 3. Guess he might be predicting that the tyres might turn away. But the FO's certainly gone on a 3 bank there. Taking the evade action again. It's only on 1 hole, but hang around for a bit longer. 5 straight from the red SF. Which does restrict it a lot on its movements next turn, because I guess it's going to be doing a hard 2 or hard 3 turn here, and with, depending what manoeuvre Emon's done, he might be able to chuck a concussion bomb into that sort of area. Looked like red actually attempted to do a barrel roll to the left, but there was no space for it there.
He looks to have dodged the bomb quite well, though, doesn't he? To be fair.
He has, but he has also sort of predicted or dictated where he'll be moving next turn, because red is going to be forced to do a hard turn there, and Emon can obviously do a 3 straight or 3 bank concussion bomb drop next turn if he wants.
He's not reloaded, so we're on the chain now, aren't we? No, Bob is going to hard turn up here and probably kill the FO anyway.
Yeah.
And the FO is going to take 2 fast spray shots with 1 evade token to mod his dice, so he should lose that 1 that he's got.
So yeah, hard 2 from Bobber.
So he has to be careful, because he's got to remember that he's dropping his bomb next turn.
Yeah, bomb Bobber.
Like, Bobber's in a bad way.
I mean, Eamon can drop a seismic instead of a concussion, can't he? And that prevents the concussion from being dropped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he could reload the concussion again. Oh, this is cheeky. Cheeky way to play with the concussions, to have other games you can play with it.
The Hollow's deciding where to pass a token. Looks like he's passing the target lock around.
That's it, one of their friendly locks, yeah.
Well, he's passing it to the ship it's from, and then it just goes.
So
Got range 3 here.
Yeah.
He has got a lock as well. Who needs it? Two shields there. Just opt to just take it. Got range 3 here.
So 3 hits. I'm pretty sure he had an evade token on this FO. I don't know. Oh,
Yeah,
it's just in front of it.
You just can't see it. And he survives.
Yep. For now, because Emon, I guess, could shoot him as well.
Yeah, but it's just another shot wasted, isn't it? So
yeah, because I guess, I mean, the SFs have all got their shields up, so you probably take the FO off the board, I guess.
I just get the impression that he doesn't want to be shooting at that FO because it's worth nothing, and it can do things like that. Just live.
Yeah.
Now that probably forces Emon to drop a concussion next turn to try and kill him.
Just realised though, because Red's turret's out the rear, he might actually have a shot here.
yeah.
Oh no, not quite.
No.
It's a funny old turn, this next one, because that yellow and green are in prime positions to come in and block Emon onto his own bomb.
Yeah.
If he doesn't throw it far back.
Bobber. Is he going for Bobber? Oh, interesting.
I think I'd go for Bobber.
Yeah, I
In
mean,
snipe half points here.
You know, not with them dice, you know. But you know, Bobber's not in a good spot. You want to be putting pressure on Bobber.
Is he one off half Bobber now as well? Or is he half?
he's already given half. There's not
So
no
hit crit.
yeah, no hull upgrade on this one.
Oh, spending the lock.
Oh, that hit crit on Bobber.
Yep.
Loose stabilizer. I'll go straight.
Yeah.
I think Bobber's on 3 hull left, isn't he?
So, you know, Bobber's the end game ship, and if you can take Bobber out, he's got a lot more chance of winning this.
Yeah, he's got 3 hull left. It's probably actually means that he's going to want to drop a seismic rather than a concussion. And then do a 1 straight with Bobber to fix that thing. Crit. Yeah. And hope that he doesn't die in the meantime.
It's on like obviously Bobber wants to be close up and in your face for his ability to work, but he's in a bad spot, so can't really chance it as much as he usually would.
Yeah. This is what happened to me the twice I played Bobber, by the way. Every roll and every re-roll just said no, and he melted. It was like, just couldn't believe it. I was like, what's the fuss about?
Bobber's fastest is a 3. I mean, he could always just fire a seismic knowing it's not going to hit. Oh, it's just done it. What's the fastest a TIE fighter can go?
5 forwards or 3 hard.
No, I meant turning.
Yeah, 3 hard. I don't...
3 bank or 3 yard.
Or
yeah.
a little sloop and not really care about the consequences of a concussion bomb.
Too late now, isn't it? Where is the concussion bomb? I can't even see it.
It's sort of.
Is it underneath?
Yeah. No, it's
him?
yes, it's sort of diagonally left.
So 3 straight behind Iman.
Yeah. So
Easiest way to describe where it is.
Oh, it's there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I can't see it. Mine's not loaded. It's just a white dot. That's why I was struggling to find it. Yeah, I think Tina might be dead here. I wonder why he hasn't rotated that arc forward this turn.
It's part of some cunning plan that we're not aware of.
I think he keeps forgetting, to be honest.
There's a nice little pocket here if Bob has done a hard turn.
Yeah, but he takes a damage for the...
He does.
For the privilege.
Yellow's got his arc out. Oh no, did Yellow sloop or something? Or is it arc out the rear?
No, he's rotated his arc.
Yeah, okay.
Because even if it's in the back, he can still shoot forward.
No, he's just taking the damage. Too hard it in.
Yeah, but I suppose that's a better place for him to be in combat because he's going to get rerolls.
Yeah.
I think he's taken a damage though, has he? No, he has. Yeah, he's
flipped the card. So he's only got 2 hull left, I think.
Yeah, but the FO has blown up, but has probably done its job getting that crit through.
Yeah.
No shots for Hollow. Bobber will most likely take that range 1 shot into Zeta Squadron Survivor 3. Possibly 2 rerolls.
I think he's checking now.
Yeah, 2 rerolls. So 2 hits so far. Has a focus token, has a force. 3 hits.
Oof.
3 shields, or you're going to spend a focus?
It doesn't give up half points if he spends
It
the
does.
focus.
No, he gives it half either way because he's taking 1 damage card.
I'd spend that focus.
So you might as well take the 3 shields though, because you're giving up half either way.
Yeah, but you don't have the hull to be
You don't, but
giving him away so easily.
Guess you got the focus on offense or with the Eamon shot maybe. Okay, so 1 more damage. And
He's only got 1 health left now.
yeah, and I guess a seismic.
I suppose if he gets to shoot Bobber though.
Yeah, Bobber or Eamon, because range 1 shot into Eamon, 4 red dice with focus, might be decent. Because
if he gets Bobber, he only has to put 2 through.
Yeah. Oh no. If you can shoot Bobber, you probably do. Although he will get 2 rerolls, and he has got a focus token. But so yellow has to shoot Eamon, and Eamon is fine. Can shoot Bobber at range 2 though.
No, he can't because he's got that target. No, yeah, he can. Yeah. So see who he shoots.
So if it's range 2, it's 3 dice versus 2 green. So maybe you do shoot Eamon here. I don't know. No, it is Bobber.
Boba Fett. Jesus.
This is it. 2 greens with rerolls with a focus token. Yeah. Spends the force for fun. Okay, so yes, we reckon seismic charge here, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Bobber can get away out from one of the obstacles.
Yeah.
They could just risk taking, playing for the block on Bobber with green, knowing that green's going to die, but you're going to get Bobber 1 more away from death.
Yeah.
He has to drop something, because if he doesn't drop a seismic, he drops a concussion. I can't see how green gets out of it.
No, I mean a 3 bank might take green over the top of Eamon, I guess.
5 straight will risk him on the
Debris, yeah.
3. Probably get him away. Probably a 3 bank to the front of Eamon's is his only real option there, isn't it, to avoid bombs? And then he's going to eat a seismic if Eamon drops it. Yeah, we'll see. I like Red's spot here, though. He's going to come in now. Hopefully he'll remember to flip his arc as well this time, because he can just hard in now, focus up and get some pot shots.
What's Hollow going to do? I suppose Hollow can sloop and still focus with Proud Tradition.
Eamon's 1 off half points, isn't he?
Yeah.
You drop the seismic.
Oh. Mark in chat has just pointed out that Red doesn't have SF Gunner, so he gets no benefit to having his arc pointed out the front. So it's 2 out the front, 2 out the back.
Yeah.
Where Green does have SF Gunner, so he's keeping it out the front. Cheers, Mark.
Yeah, we knew there was a cunning plan. We didn't know what the cunning plan was, but we knew there was something there.
Whichever way Green barrel rolls here, that's the debris that gets blown up.
But
the L-shaped one on the next to Bobber, I think the one he's barrel rolled to, I'm not 100% sure that the seismic hits that, so that's probably the right choice.
Yeah, or do you...
Yeah, I reckon it does.
I think it does, but it definitely hits the other one. 100% hits the other one.
Yeah.
I guess the only choice might have been is where do you think it'd be a better place to stay to block Bobber? Depending obviously what Bobber's done, because I guess Bobber could easily do a hard turn towards where Hollow is, but then takes the damage if you can't hit that L-shaped one. I don't know. We shall see.
I mean, he could blow up the big rock and put a damage on hollow and a damage on yellow.
Hollow's not
he's
moved
got,
yet.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know. He's got an awful lot of board control in that space for that seismic where it is. So,
Yeah.
Old proud tradition of focus. Nice.
So it looks like Bob's to the bank here. Okay.
So perhaps that means he can't blow that rock up and kill the green. They just have to shoot him instead.
Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose Bobber's not getting shot by green. Could get shot by red, but it is probably range free and obstructed. Same from yellow, and hollow probably hasn't got a shot. And you could do, if you blow the rock up, you might get hollow and get half points off him.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that Nicholas is looking at where hollow landed there and thinking, "Oh, I thought that was going to take me for."
Yeah, definitely.
It looks like he's probably looking at a boost with Bobber. Maybe trying to see. It's a risky move though, because if you can't kill green, he could kill Bobber.
I mean, the boost definitely fits.
It fits.
I don't think.
You get the
I'm
arc
not saying
there.
it's a. Oh no, you'll not get in the arc. But then you can consider blowing up that rock in it. Oh, you don't get it anyway. Just hollow.
Oh, that's half points on hollow then.
Mm-hmm. Also opens up that big area for him.
Oh, hollow might have had Bobber there. I looked quite close. So Emon needs to try and save his buddy here. Oh, well, no, maybe actually.
He needs natties to survive.
Yeah, he only had one hold, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, so he pops him.
Interesting.
I mean, the red SF has probably got a shot back. Yeah. Range 3 obstructed. It's only a 2
Your
dice
eyes are better
tickle.
than mine, Ben.
Everything about me is better than you, Rich.
Oh, just realised it.
except your hairline.
I mean, yours is awful, so. Even with hair.
Yeah, I've got bad hair, but I've got hair, so, you know.
I know, but that says a lot, doesn't it? My hair's better than yours, and I've not got any. I don't really know what just happened then.
Eamon's firing.
It's just because he deleted the dice super quick.
Don't think anything happened. There's a lot of evades.
Yeah, I don't know why they rolled it. It must have rolled the wrong number of dice or something. So scores with 32 minutes to go are Conor is on 98 and Nicholas is on 54.
I think what happened was he decided that Eamon definitely didn't have a shot backwards into red, and then he actually measured red into Eamon and took the shot, and then he went, "Oh wait, I should have had a shot then."
No, but Emon killed the green SF.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Oh,
that's probably what happened there then. Yeah, so he probably just.
Or he rolled too many dice, or not enough, or something.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. He rolled 3, and he should have only rolled 2. Anyway, players know what's going on.
Why should he have only rolled 2?
Because he's a SF with no title, so he's only got 2 dice out the front, 2 dice out the back.
Oh, is it him who re-rolled? All right, maybe that's what it was. I missed this completely. It blagged my head.
But no damage happened, so we don't have anything to update.
Well, that's it. No cards or shields have changed hands, so I assume there was just no difference or whatever happens. All is well.
Have the concussion bombs all gone out now?
He's got one left.
To go?
That's the
I'd have been
last one.
tempted to seismic that again.
Yeah, I think I would have seismic that.
Unless he wants to save the seismic, maybe he felt that would have been a bit too obvious.
Yeah, sometimes the obvious is a good move, though, isn't it? It's a really interesting game, actually. I was a bit worried in the first turn it was going to be very one-sided. After he took that concussion bomb early on.
Mm.
Like, the FO's actually pretty undamaged, really. Obviously, he's lost 2 ships, but other than that, he's not that bad.
I mean, Hollow's halved.
Yeah, but Hollow's not there to do damage, is he?
Yeah. But I mean, he's not got dice left on the table, really, has he? He needs to kill box Bobber, and the fewer arcs you've got, the harder that becomes. So while Bobber's on 2 hull now, I suspect he's going to end the game on 2 hull, having killed a couple of ships.
See,
although
I
not
think
if he keeps flying them into range 2 shots against TIE fighters.
I think Bobber's going to go.
Yeah, so choosing not to boost, probably to try and keep that range band 3 there, I guess.
I think he's not got a shot. He's got a couple of...
He's got to pass a token over.
Done it. Pass the strain.
All right.
So, can this TIE SF be a hero? 2 dice versus 3 greens with... he's got a calculate on attack. Bobber's got a force. That's a good start.
2.
Ooh, Bobber says Naddies.
Not today. Calculate goes back on the card.
Yeah.
So disappointing when
It's
you
like
take the calculator off
Emon's...
and don't use it.
I know. Emon's 1 off half here. I think the play for FO this turn is to just box Emon and try and push that damage onto him. I mean, yellow can probably do that, can't he? Because he can pop him with 3 dice.
Well, this is it. I think you don't want to try and split your fire sprays up any further than you have to. So probably Emon is doing like a 3 bank maybe towards Bobber. Probably wants to stay on the right-hand side of that debris. And then at least next turn potentially could use a seismic charge. Where he gets to. And the red SF is flying away from Bobber. Could do a sloop, I guess.
I think he's going to turn in that red SF toward Emond.
Do you know what I think he's going to do? Genuinely think that red SF is he's gonna 1 bank because he can, and then he's going to focus because his turret's pointing out the back, and he's going to keep doing 2 dice ticklers at Bobber. He's just going to sit there. He's got the shields. He's got the hull to trade with Bobber at least once. So, yeah, I think he's just going to say, chase me to Bobber. And Hollow can turn him on Bobber this turn. He's already got a lock, so he can get a reposition plus a focus if he needs to. Was Hollow move before Bobber? He is, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's not like I've been watching the game for an hour. Just when the Lord's in chat, there was an obstacle in between where Hollow and the red TIE SF are at the moment. There's a big rock there. Emon took that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the last bomb that went off was a concussion, so it wouldn't have removed that debris.
Ooh.
Okay, 1 bank boost.
Yep, so I think Hollow doubled down that Emon might have gone towards the yellow SF there. Might regret his life choices because there could be a seismic charge next turn.
Who's winning at the moment, by the way?
Conor is 98, Nicholas on 54.
Okay.
But then literally one more damage card on Emon gives him another 40 points and practically ties the game.
Yeah, it'll be 98, 94. One more damage on him and they'll put it to a 4-point.
Yeah. And Bob is
Obviously,
only,
if he managed to pop Bobber, that's a big number, isn't it?
Well, it's only 54 in this particular build. It is a 108-point bobber. It's not the most expensive. You know, we haven't got the hull upgrade. You haven't got the EPT or talent. Sorry.
Was he going to go for the boost? It's not EPT anymore, is it?
Boost, I would. Ooh.
And he's got a force. He should be boosting there to get a reroll,
Yeah.
shouldn't he? Really?
I think he's genuinely scared, though, isn't he?
Well, I mean, yeah, like
2 dice ISF gone.
Yeah, but he's only got 2 hull left, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, this is like
he's got to be very careful.
Well, this is like Ben says, he is your end game piece, and you don't want to lose him if you can help it. Oh,
Jesus! I mean, he has got a lock.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not as bad.
2.
So he's half points.
That's half on him.
But correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong, but I mean, Hollow might get a hard one in there without clipping the debris.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But he's got a strain on him at the moment.
Yeah, he's not passed it off.
So hit crit from Bobber into Red SF. So
that is the must, that trigger, so we might want to go and remind them.
What's that?
The Hollow must pass something.
No,
off.
I think
there's nothing in range.
Yeah, I think you checked.
Oh, is there not? Okay. Cool.
Crit. He should be fine. See? I had faith. And a strain goes.
But this is it. If Emon now chucks out a seismic on a 3 straight and Hollow, depending on his maneuver, clips that debris, he can't reposition.
Nope. I mean, I think he will clip that debris.
The hard one may squeeze it round because it does angle round quite a lot, but I think it does clip.
Like I say, I think it clips that.
Well, let's see if this SF can kill Bob.
It won't let him roll the dice for some reason. There we go.
Oh,
man.
No heroic for
I've
you.
Spent the luck. 1 crit. Blanks. Oh.
Well, he spent the force on attack as well. I mean, he has got a focus token, but...
Yeah. And he gets his calculate back.
Boring Bobber. Should have boosted there. Made it more entertaining. Although I guess the SF he is chasing is still over half points. There's 1 more damage to it. He gets half points out of it.
Do you think the yellow's going to turn in towards Bobber?
Possibly, but I mean that debris is. I mean, actually, that SF doesn't care about anything. It's undamaged.
No, it's got.
He's the big gun left on the table. He needs to get over and threaten Bobber.
Yeah.
Like he really needs to. And Bob is heading into a corner here if he keeps following that red SF. So I think Bob is probably going to turn in this time. Or maybe have 1 more turn of banking and then to think about it. Because he does not want to be stuck. The thing is with him coming against the board edge, his slave 1 options are limited.
Your audio is very patchy. You're on the wireless tonight.
Who? Me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, I am. Your audio is a bit wonky to me, so it might be me.
Well, I say compared to when we do the podcast, it is very it's the packet loss, robotic voice. I don't know if that's got anything to do with
Oh,
it.
I'm using the same stuff. I'm using the same kit. It might just be because
Well,
TTS is running.
well, that's better. I don't know if you should literally just change anything. But you lost your robot voice.
Oh, I
Then.
didn't.
Oh,
I'll
no,
change to.
it's
I'll
back.
change to a different headset.
So what we at time wise? 20 minutes left in the
20
game.
minutes to go.
I'm proper tired. I can feel it now.
I've had a long day.
Well, we'll have to see how streaming goes next week because I'm on call
Okay.
from Friday for a week, so I can probably stream, but it'll just. I mean, chances of me getting called in the week is unlikely.
Okay, so there's the seismic.
Right, I've got a different headset on now. Is that any better?
Yeah, it sounds better. I don't know if we'll see if the packet loss. It may just because we got 5 of us on the same table, but when people struggling a little bit
You
with bandwidth.
still hear your stupid voice.
Cheers, buddy.
So this we got a talent for me one.
There's that moment of truth to see if he
Ooh.
clips it. Oh, he just went
And a 5K.
YOLO. I'm surprised at that.
Doesn't take any damage from the debris.
I suppose it could still focus because of proud tradition.
Yeah.
And he tosses one of the stress over to yellow.
The bobber's turned in. Probably not getting shot by red. Maybe getting shot by... So nobody's taking anything to do with that debris, but that's the seismic.
Bob is getting shot by red. I mean, he should be all right, Bob against red. That's a 2 dice for V3 with a force and a focus.
Oh, hollow at range 3. Oh, hit crit with it. No tokens.
Will he remember? What's
Wonder
the
if he
other?
remembers the.
What's the downside of proud tradition?
You can either spend a focus or take a crit, and then the card flips, and then the
His
person.
focus tokens become red permanently.
Yeah. He's going into bobber. He's naked dice. He's got to calculate.
Oh,
Yeah, 2 hits. Blanks bobber.
He needs to do
Just.
dice force.
So for those who are watching, the Twitch game should be up on our Twitch channel for a couple of weeks, and Ben will be uploading them to YouTube. So if you haven't done already, please follow the Twitch stream channel, and you'll get go live notifications when we're streaming our future games. Hopefully back most Wednesdays about this time with a couple of games, and you can follow us on YouTube to get notifications when the games go live on there as well. I think. Do you know how many rounds the knockout's going to be this time? Benjamin.
Oh no, it's down under 60 now.
Okay.
After the first round knockout, so it'll be another whatever that is. 8? No, 5.
5 rounds.
64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 6. If you include the final. I think Ben's starting to prep up for the next league season as well. So he's just closed. He's just closed results for the stragglers.
Is it not this Sunday? I think you said, didn't he say?
Yeah, I think so.
There it goes. See if I survive relegation.
I'm going up. I finished second. Me and the guy that finished first both went 6-1.
Well, I think I
But he
might
had
I might
much
survive
better MLP.
relegation purely because the amount of people that dropped out of our league. So we were like Fortress Inquisition, which I think was 3rd or 4th league. But I did manage to win a couple of games.
Oh yeah,
again.
I was done in Scrubsville in Cloud City. I did not do well in the initial grand sorting round robin tournament thing. I think I went 1-5 or something, or 2-4.
So
It was bad.
just thinking about the game a second. So interesting position now is that Bobber and Emon can basically just turn in at Hollow in the yellow SF here.
Yeah.
Did yellow do? Has he not cleared his stress?
No.
Okay.
I think he's done a hard turn. Yeah, he's done a hard 2 instead stressed.
Interesting.
He was just going to bank, to be honest.
Was that Emon taking a target lot? Was that?
Yeah. 4 straight. I think he just locks Bob and then focuses.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'd do.
I think you take a deplete. Because yellow is not going to get a good shot anyway. So I think you take a deplete and toss it backwards to yellow.
Yeah.
And then if Bobber comes in, you get the 4 dice, and then you've actually got a chance, if you get 4 hits, of taking him off. Well, if you get 4 hits, you take him off the table. Conor can't push Bobber into range 1 here. Taking the strain.
No?
Oh, I know why he's done that. He's opened up to prevent Bobber arc dodging. So if he tries to arc dodge him to the right, to
bump.
Oh, he's bumped him.
But I was about to say the Bobber.
It gives him a reroll though. That's the problem.
As I say, Bobber doesn't really care about the block because it's one less thing shooting him. I mean, it's not bad either way, you know.
Bobber can now proton bomb out the back to threaten Hollow as well, can't he? Just take that last shield off.
Yeah. So let's hit crit on yellow, 2 shields. Right, range 2, natty dice. Let's see what happens. Bobber has a reroll and 1 force available to him.
Yeah, he's not taking anything from this, is he?
Yeah, so like, you know, the block is good in a way because it does stop him getting the actions, but I think Bobber is actually not that fussed because I think he would have been more concerned if he was going to take a 4 dice shot from Hollow there.
Hollow. Yeah, and he probably would have got the block anyway.
Well, he's got Slave 1, hasn't he? So he could choose, depending on what manoeuvre he put in, he could obviously choose to guarantee the bump if he wanted it.
Yeah.
And there's very little downside to Bobber because then he gets that reroll and he's got the force.
He would have had the target lock, wouldn't he? He would have still had the target lock as well for later turns.
Yeah.
Would he have bumped Bobber at that point?
I'm
Because
not
he barrel
sure,
rolled forward. Probably.
Yeah, because Bobber's obviously stopped a bit short as well because of the bump, so you'd imagine he would have carried on a little bit forward. So he wouldn't have bumped if he'd cleared him, I guess.
Quarter of a base length back, it would have been. Yeah, probably would have touched anyway.
So 10 minutes left. Nicholas is on 94 points. Conor is on 98 points.
Very close.
There's now an awful lot of points available for Conor to just snatch. So he can half point yellow, he can point red with 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So he can just snatch a couple of points somewhere relatively easily against SFs. They do just take damage.
I think I'd try and just go forward with the yellow one and turn my arc around. Or maybe bank away.
Well, here comes the proton bomb. Let's see if Hollow wishes to receive that gift.
You can do a blue 4 straight barrel roll and boost away, can't he? And just
Yeah, but he may have done a K turn. I mean, he is strained at the moment, so you'd imagine he'd probably want to do a blue maneuver there. But again, if he does a blue maneuver, he's not shooting Bobber.
I think he's probably not. I think he knows that he can't get a shot this turn.
he's already given up half points, so he's just going to K turn and take the proton bomb on the shield.
Possible, yeah. So Emon's possibly boosting in to get a range 1 on red here. And what was it? He said 1 damage, isn't it, for half points on red?
Yeah.
Four straight. So clear the strain, and we can see some barrel roll and boost probably to get away from that proton bomb. It'd be interesting to see if that proton bomb. I don't think it's going to catch the yellow SF. Close. Because that would get half points if it did clip it.
This is the thing about Bob, isn't it? Like half an hour ago, we were saying, "Oh, Bob is in trouble. Keep the pressure on. He's your endgame ship," and he's only got 2 left, and here he is, still here, still got 2 health left.
I had faith he was going to die. I think it was just wishful thinking.
So yeah, Hollow's done his barrel roll boost into the corner so that he can get away from that proton bomb. And Bob has just done a nice little bank. Rear arc. Possibly target lock. Or is he near for focus and be a bit more conservative?
If he does a boost, he only takes 1 as well as the other option, I think, at the minute. And if he's not got range 1 on yellow, then he's in a bit of trouble. But he could boost out and only take.
See, I don't think he is range 1 there.
No.
I think he's just in that range 2.
It's very close again, isn't it? It's the corner of the corner of the base sort of job, but I think you're probably right. I think it is just over 2.5 base lengths.
I think if I was Bobby here, I would boost out and trade with yellow, but be out of arc.
Yeah. Has he made a decision yet?
No, he's not done anything.
Does the TIE SF gunner still give you 3 dice out the back?
No.
It's only at the front, isn't it?
It allows you to. Does it allow you to shoot?
You can
front and back arc.
You can you can shoot. Yeah, I think you get +1 red dice out the front, or you can shoot out the front and the back. Aren't you?
That's
right. So yeah, you'd only be taking 2 red dice out of yellow because he's facing out the back at the moment.
I say he hovered his hand over that boost right button for quite a long time before he committed to doing it.
So checking the bomb. Bomb does get yellow.
Gets it.
Thought it was just in, so yeah. That is half
So
points.
half on yellow.
Takes it to 119. So Bobber's going to have his shot. Ooh, he's thinking, you can see him twitching. So yeah, 2. That's 1
Takes
damage.
1.
Yeah. 2 hull left on that yellow to ISF. Range 1 from Emon into the red one. I don't think he's got a focus there.
1
so just
hit and 2 eyes. 2 hit crit.
Dodges
Half
1.
on red as well.
A big turn for Conor then. He's now got a 38-point lead.
I think he's going to shoot
Still
Bobber.
evaporate if Bobber dies here.
Well, this is it. I mean,
you've got it.
Yeah.
I think I'd shoot Bobber here.
It's 2 dice with a focus versus. Oh, he's taking the range 1 into Emon.
Yeah. So unfortunately, 1 eyeball. And Emon does not care. Double evade. Good old natties. So, in sort of positive news to the First Order, there's no more bombs to be dropped currently.
I'm guessing a big 3 bank from the yellow.
Well, this.
I know he's pointing the wrong way, isn't he?
So there's 4 minutes left in the game. Hollow is stuck in the corner on the far side of the table. Yellow is facing the wrong way. Only red can turn down towards Bobber. Killing Bobber would win Nicholas the game if he didn't lose any more points himself. 38 points.
Win if he kills the Emon.
Yeah, he does as well. Yeah, by 2 points.
Is Emon 80 or 86?
80, 80. Just on the nose.
Another 40, so it puts him on 134. So Connor's still winning, even if Emon dies by 2 points. So he does need to go and kill Bobber.
Oh yeah,
I was just thinking.
I messed up the maths there, didn't I? It's not a 38-point lead. It's a 42-point lead. So yeah. 40 points of Emon doesn't do it.
Yeah. So I mean, he can quite easily. He could hard left.
You know what? The overlay software tells me that as well. I don't even know I was doing maths.
Yeah, I don't think he knows. But he's gonna try and get Emon because he can get 2 guns on him. But realistically, Emon could just boost away here now, can't
Yeah.
Well, that's it. 2.5 minutes now, so they need to play a bit quicker if they want to get another turn in. But taking a target lock. No, taking the focus now. Fortunately, with Hollow going that direction, he's not going to be any impact on the game, I think, from now on.
he? Was wondering if Emon came back down into this corner, he might get another one. But Connor's doing exactly the right thing now. He's winning the game, and he knows he is, so he doesn't have. He's not chasing for the last 3 minutes to try and get another turn in.
Well, this is it. I mean, to pop Emon, he's got to do 5 damage cards, and that's with essentially 2 red dice guns. As you know, the TISF on yellow is currently facing the wrong way. This is Emon shooting first. As a
You're
hit
gonna
crit.
spend it. Yeah. And I mean, that's a dead red one. So.
Yeah, I think that's nail in the coffin, isn't it?
Well, no, it is now. Definitely is. Leads by 58, so even killing Bobber now wouldn't be enough.
And Emon's got 5 health. Sorry, don't forget to take another calculate. Oh, he hasn't even got that, has he? No, that's yellow. Yellow can, what, 3 forward? That's the fastest he can go that's blue.
Yeah, I mean, I've got them on about 35 seconds left in the game.
So they'll get the next round because they should get to start setting dials now, shouldn't they? Whether they do or not is...
See if they are. It's like, should we just go into their room and see if they are done?
I think they're just... Yeah. They're done.
GG in it.
Yeah.
2 seconds. Hey, guys. Wow, we about halfway through the game, we were like, "Oh, Bobber's got to be really careful here." He's like, almost dead, 2 whole points, and then 30, 40 minutes later, Bobber is still sat there on 2 whole points, just flying around, enjoying life.
Yeah,
Do you know what?
that's what happened when you trust a computer to calculate shots at Boba over and over until it doesn't hit.
Now, in fairness, I went from a -8 to now a -2.5, and you're at -6. So the dice gods rolled back in my favor a little.
Yeah,
Oh, eventually.
eventually. Anyway, I think it was mostly the round at the beginning as well, the bomb.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to take the bomb. It was thinking I wouldn't take the bomb, and I was really surprised by the range of Eamon. I mean, this was the first time I played against him, but somehow even when I knew he was going to bomb, I would still find myself in range.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And this is it. The concussion bomb against 2 whole ships is very scary because it pushes that that damage card under the shield, and then suddenly you can't afford to take another concussion bomb in the game, and really dictates what you can do with Hollow there. So no, very well played by Conor, sort of setting that up. Unfortunate, I think, Nicholas, you had a good sort of middle of the game, just sort of clawing a bit of damage back, making use of, that FO's ability to try and, get the crit on and little things like that. So,
Yeah.
No, it's...
I have literally got no idea how the hell I won that game. Literally none. I thought the Sith curse was going to follow me again.
It's just Bobber won the game for you, didn't he? He just said no.
In fairness, I have flown him something like 200 times in 8 months.
I mean, the way that you ended up on kind of whatever it was, 3 hull with a loose stabilizer, and you were just like, well, you know what, 2 hull and Bobber's better, the same as 3 hull and Bobber.
I'm convinced the stream was arguing with me on this, but I was like, if I do a 1, 2, or 3 forward here and fix it, he's just going to kill me.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think I've got a choice. I've got to just take the hit and run through and try and break out through the middle of the rocks.
Yeah, I think it was the right choice, and it was a very it is a bit of a ballsy one because there was a point there where Bobber was kind of, I think you were having a bit of squeaky bum time that Bobber was just going to vanish. If you had another round of not rolling paint on green dice, as happened towards the start, he disappears, and all of a sudden, because Nicholas has got that 108 points in the bank, and
oh, you're completely and totally correct. I mean, I had 7 squeaky bum times, I think, in total. I mean, I was never chasing red. I don't know what the crack. I was like, there was no way I was going up after him. I was just trying to break through the center again. And
it was funny because we were going, he's not chasing red. He can't be chasing red. Red's just going to be banking and evading and taking the calculate and just rolling 2 hits or 1 hit and just waiting for the blank out.
Yeah, that wasn't happening.
Yeah.
I knew we had to get a little bit lucky. I'm glad. I just flicked over to the stream and the points are up. I was like, I thought I was behind for most of that game, and then
you
did
were,
a quick count about 20 minutes towards the end. And went, I'm actually ahead.
Yeah,
this game.
you were ahead behind for a while because obviously half on Bobber was a big chunk, but then you suddenly got half on Hollow, half on an SF. You'd got half on the FO, and it suddenly all just started mounting up.
I had to kill one of them to win, basically. What I was thinking was, usually with this list, I have very good time on target, so as long as I get an engage, I should be able to shoot the thing until it dies, but the bombs just messed up all my plans all the time, so I think I lost like 3 or 4 turns just going around the concussion bombs, and I think that really added up in the end. Even
Eamon
though
is
I wasn't very lucky with the attack dice, it's just
Eamon is the weakest companion for Boba in relation to like shooting range, but in relation to the explosive capability, it just ties it over for me because he can control the whole map.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
I love the interaction of the concussion where you just drop it, and then because you're moving after everything apart from Hollow, you see where everything is, and then you just go, well, I'll just reload it. And
Yeah,
then
it's quite
later on
pleasant.
in the game,
Yes.
you can be like, do you know what? I'll drop a seismic, and that prevents me dropping a
Yeah,
concussion.
so what I was telling him at the point where he dropped the seismics that damaged Hollow was I was listening to I listened to the Fly Better podcast with Dale who played against him,
Mhm.
and he said that at some point he forgot that he could swap the bombs he would drop and drop a seismic instead. And so I was going into the game saying, this is the guy, I must remember the bombs.
Hang on.
and when he dropped the seismic, I was like, what?
Dale who?
Dale Cromwell.
Yeah, he was my opponent. My opponent in the top
Yeah.
32.
Yeah, I know. That's,
So-
that's why.
I mean, that's why I said I've got to stop dialing in the 4K as my opening move for Eamon, because people are starting to pick up on it.
Well, I was expecting it. That's the worst, actually. I was expecting it, but what I didn't expect was the actual range of the bomb. I was always landing like by half a ship base, into it, because I was thinking that the bomb wouldn't go that far, even after barrel roll and things like that.
Yeah,
And
they're pretty
it-
devastating.
Yeah, it happened. It happened a few times in the game.
And then you
when
can't
I-
chase him. He just goes around the rock at the bottom because there's always this rock here. Because if you don't
Yeah.
put it there, I do, and he just goes around it and reloads.
Yep.
And just keeps on firing them off at angles. It's effective, but the problem is if you don't get caught by it, he doesn't do very much for the next 4 turns. And then Boba gets stuck in the middle of a big swarm of bad guys. Or we end up flying around the bottom half of the map for an hour. That happens occasionally too.
But the thing is, after you went around the rock, I wasn't really in a position to chase Boba because you could just say no with Slave One and run away, and it was an uncomfortable position for me. Even though I did manage to do 4 shields like on a lucky roll, I guess, but I couldn't really follow up Boba. It was
It's why I've got a 12-point bid, because without Slave 1, this list does not work.
Yeah.
I've had this fight with so many people about Marauder and Han and Perceptive Copilot and all the rest of it. Like, without Slave 1, Boba just dies.
yes.
You have to have it. So 12-point bid is the only way to guarantee it. In fairness, I went to 194 for the GSP event because the breakdown of the list was 195 plus, but there was no Nantex. However, when we were playing Coruscant, I think it's going to go back to 188. This might be the list. To be fair, I don't think proxy mines are better than proton bombs in this format.
Yeah, it's a good, very good list. It's a very strong list. I mean, Ian, what's he called again, Ben?
Liam.
think
Yeah,
he's
the man who
actually
invented
called
this. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
Derek.
been flying it for a long time. But
I stole it from him. Let's be fair. I
Yeah,
changed
but-
it, but I stole it from him.
yeah, you've tweaked it around a lot, and you've changed a lot of the stuff. I think you might have landed on the final form for it. It's very strong. It's got an awful lot of tricks up its sleeve as well, which is always good.
It would have felt a lot more comfortable with its hull upgrade back on it today, I'll tell you that much. Especially with the loose stabilizer. I'd have gone in 4 versus 2 against some of those SFs if I'd had 3 hull. You just can't do it with 2.
No, that's too much of a risk. Going into an SF that's got 4 dice out the front with a focus, and you've got 2 hull left, and you're rolling 2 greens. Doesn't matter if you've got rerolls if he gets 4.
Yeah.
Same for Hollow.
I'll say, Miss Shooter around you, the first person who seems to put automated target priority on a ship that I actually think it works on. Because
Well,
this is fantastic.
yeah. On TN, it was basically because I had the points. It's just that, like, if I can get TN at range 1 in a good situation, I can change any roll from the other ships into full hits. It's basically the average roll. The average roll for me is like full hits and a crit with TN. So ATP it allows me to take evade, and then the opponent is like, do I shoot the free agility ship with evade, or do I shoot at the TIE SF
Yeah.
that has only 2 dice and a focus?
I've just
So-
literally just worked out that red is the one that didn't have the gunner on it, which I knew, but completely forgot about.
Yeah, but I reminded you
No, you already reminded me. You put 35 calculates on it.
Yeah.
In my head's like, this guy can shoot for 3, and he can't shoot for 3. He's a 2-gun ship. The entire game.
We forgot as well.
Oh dear.
We kept saying, we can't understand why he's got his arc the other way. Some next
Because
level play
doesn't
going on here.
matter. And if I hadn't killed this, if that gambit hadn't paid off, I think we could have had a different game.
Yeah, it was a very close game, to be fair.
At every point, we could have changed direction if Green had not fallen over. And again, Bubba hadn't taken 4 fucking shields for no reason whatsoever at the start of the game.
It was a fun game to watch, though.
I like to hope so, and I haven't sworn once on your stream, which is a new
I
record.
did.
Yeah, but it's okay. The last time against Bart, nobody told me I was live. Like, if my mother's watching this, I'm going to get a mouthful of soap. Is Mr. Hibbert still here, by the way?
I'm right here.
Oh, sorry, man. Okay, the voice keeps cutting off. How's your cancer pinkness going?
My what, sorry?
You're pink for cancer? It is you, isn't it?
No, it wasn't me, no. But it was somebody I know.
That's Andrew Fern, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he's wearing pink all this month, but I think today was Breast Cancer Awareness Day.
Well, I'm on day 32 of sobriety for cancer, and for an Irishman, that means something. I've got to go to Sunday, and it has been horrendous.
What it means to me is if it's 32 days of not drinking alcohol is a problem for you, then you've probably got deeper problems.
I did mention the Irish bit, right? Didn't I?
I mean, I'm Northern Irish too, and I can comfortably go a month without drinking alcohol.
Yeah,
but you're not the first, second, or 605th person to say this to me.
He is
There is a huge
really
amount of money in my donation bin, and the fact that nobody thought I'd do it, and I offered to double it if I failed.
Well done.
Well, I've still got this Sunday.
Rich is the type of guy who drinks stubbies, don't you, mate?
I drink stubbies and get drunk off them. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not a big drinker.
No, I used to be, but I just haven't
don't
for so
believe
long.
you,
I
but
can't
it's
do it
okay.
anymore.
I've got a 21-year-old redbreast waiting for me on Sunday.
I've seen the picture of that.
Oh my god, I cannot wait. Just massaging it at night under my pillow.
I think we'd better close this down before this topic gets.
Why is it I always seem to close these down?
Oh, you're talking about massaging things under your pillow?
Yeah, everybody would understand. Anybody who drank it. Well, I apologize for taking over, Mr. Durand. An absolute pleasure of a game, sir.
Yeah, no problem. It was a pleasure. Yeah, very interesting game.
And we'll rematch it in the final in 2 weeks' time. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I love it.
Right, Jim.
I'll lose that final quite happily.
Well, if I can get past top 32 for once, I would be happy.
Right, guys. Yep, we'll wrap it up there. So big thanks to Nicholas and for Conor for coming on the stream, and Ben and Rich for a bit of commentary. Hopefully we'll see you all next week with a couple of more games. If not, you can catch these games up on our Twitch channel for a couple of weeks. And yeah, we will see you next time.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Nope.